Agbasi Akwaba, and what is saying? Maybe I come on.
Nadum, say, any gym quan or okrum.
Okay, Nadum, Anna, any gym quan or okrum.
So, we're a businessman.
Yeah, quickly, I'm going much better about hold back and if you are trying commons. Minister Giorgio Prado, Marcia Pomti saying. Hello, Minister Marcia Pomti saying.
Yeah, I mean, I have my Bibia Wako.
Oh, Yamiadum Bibia, I come on our ministry, what is saying? The minister was captured, your ministry was captured in the 120-day achievement, Anna. I see. And what was said about that?
Oh, about a Governmental program now, President Sherbo, and a national apprenticeship program. No.
But a Governmental because and Tia was an apprenticeship and Tia what is out.
Oh, some, you know, you're a movie or mine.
Well, then before you even go to the other areas in terms of achievement, no, sir, a Governmental no apprenticeship. What is it about?
A Governmental no, senior need suggestion, a she say, a buyer, or person the boy in Mebuna. O mankasa o person mo fi o adwuma ase you know the here say o passion now o business plan o the beba o be register na waba committee e be hwe plan no the plan no e bibia e gibi say e be boa na be tumi create adwuma ama wo bibi kan wankasa ah e adwuma e sustainable na abai ne be so no aboa na o de wa share program bi mu the friend incubator bi mu na ya mount ya or na wa register jumana ya kabia wo hi ebetumi aboa abedwuma na etumpo no ya boa say edwuma so a ebetumi afa ipa between 5 to 20 ya the dobeka group bi a from presidential pitch no na ebie amamo na mo so mababi chere committee no kwan amofa mo be fa so amobe bie adwumani na dodo na echi aye adwumani bi se eto asoma and also ye want to say all ye de beboa ne aboa na we bie ta adwumani nsumu ye ne other partners so edi nkomo bi ti se venture fund so mo so set ya bi friend adwumari trust fund na yes sir presidential pitch me apart from support by the man no so we say ma venture trust so ba be hwemu ye be mo so ba be hwe so mo get mu say e bibia adwuma betumi ato equity e wo ma ye be mo invest e wo business ni mo
all right
betumi abiem na adwuma na betumi agina ne na so ene na ye adwuma ra no
okay
apprenticeship ne so ye nua ma sabe o mu ni skill bia wo be so mu hia o mo sa no adwuma no there were two forms. There were the formal form now a UTVET, no. Class I see on the move to but the so a care in buy the chiama. I can't hear the Bisiana buy the bois. And I were master craftsman. And then so yeah, local communities will be a survey. Oma masters na ubetumi afo bi na wa train adwuma and also ye be ma apprentices na fa na be ma apprentices no ye be ma register business no because you say adwuma ni do na wo informal sector no be say do mobile formal sector you be register business no I am actually for your assessments na certification na we are for a primary certification program so people the end na o ma hwe no ma certificates and some are the apprentices na amount and also a tree sana to no okusi adwuma utia no abai no betia sa tree sana ma ye re hwe adwuma na bia adwuma na adwuma bia obetumi afa nipa be 4 5 na watchro mo adwuma so bia uni eniema ebetumi aboa ama ya fa dodo na adwuma ma be hwe abai aboa na ya settle up ye also etumi a chere dodo na adwuma so mo ni adwuma na opa mo ho a bi oba ebia ohia so you must see back and the amount. This is on my said in my Jumera program and a Jumera a buano, no one has me deal a Juma, it also we also are skill saying I said in my youth employment agency now if you're more work abroad program we obeso monoabo and now so say ebia or skill be out to say be a mason or a Tyler, you know my youth employment near watch on website and say that local content a contractor be now by a Jumedi was our pattern noir. You'll be one of the very first people I ever consider. Now somebody is still bender. You're a contractor AC die or see school die or see hospital or your car point. We now the offloading mama our contractor now when you do man or baby mouse our local area. So that most more expertise in between national community in Abua.
Okay, so with your ministry, it's quite interesting and a very happy moment for a Mebunu within that age bracket, both skilled and unskilled. But surprisingly, I'm waking up to see 120 better days of John Dramani Mahama as against Mahama fulfills 72% of 120-day pledge. So which is which? There's a better 120 and there's a 72% pass mark for the 120 days that His Excellency our President has been in office. So numerate for us.
Sorry, yes, Akoko such a Kromatra, and neutral minds are a work from Hanum and I as a president. You can neutral like you are said Moni Amanyosem, Moni Amanyokubia, any Kakedia, Mona, my assessment of His Excellency. Will be something I'm here in DC, and they will find the first score. I'll be saying, and my subject, no tell by Monday. And Adom, after Pamon, someone got so almost no summer or better. Into the well, bitter days. The GD say if you need my subject, said you're the Ghana show monster, or my who said it took you and found my shimano, and almost sana. But right, this anything I can be, I mean, can be a member and they're bonifying the democracy. Yes, will be all kinds of excellent agree. The reality is that you decide who say you buy an economy not exercise, and an economy not exercise. You buy subjects of the number of Bunasitinem exercise, and Homasitinem exercise. You buy, in semi and government here. You tune in Masabi and I buy so exercise. Those are some of the fair things I bet in the access here buying and access. I buy and buy and a bossa or seven because I buy the generic so and a catrel or control about a man. What's a now or say where this was in this one now? In the cast where they are now, and have to sell you because I buy here for 4 years in city. Preoccupy owns me in now, but be
okay, so maybe.
Me too.
Well, I want to trust you to maintain the other way on.
But when you're in that, so you are buying, you say, come out and it may be so. So, answer yes, it is a buying contract. Depending on which side of the coin now, what's in now done, whether it is better or we would do this and make us.
Well, maybe from where I sit, the excitement is gooder. Etimi Abeka say, or more appreciate your buying efforts into the stabilization of the city. Ebema nipa do drona a year ready for no one who etimi so that we can also make projections for whatever we want to do. But beyond and besides that, nyomani bia independent be raising appreciating you on your lean government promise, on your Jumara promise, on your educational reforms promise, on the health sector, mama care, all those. But baby, obi be sha sia come say I said the 120 day surprisingly more delete the fight against illegal mining and film, and then 120 days more delete issues about terminations and revocations bia and nam na kwemu so man fight the bia more you want to film. Why so? Why?
Galam say, me jibi say, yeah, subject. We are doing there. Abayiba is something positive in the fight. Galam say, Amayine say, we be institutionalized that over the last 8 years. Say a post, say, and say, even 12 years. Mame extended in court as far back as 2016. As for the last 12 years, Galam say, Abayiba more like an institutionalized operation. And I said, be a endemic. So I say to a day. Onya yari enough me the mucha. I start your federal, but some of the chapel maybe a break crack abem. I want to assure Ubibia or Tie. Say abayi by Fabian to Galan say I say you go so. But the it's a very difficult fight because of how you are institutionalized and then the key actors involved. I think for Umubi. Some senior politicians on both sides, and when I say both sides, I am not missing words.
Exactly.
Some senior politicians, and some state to say media personalities, and they said police for, soldier for, people of influence and stature, and so answer Ewumubi. Ababe institutionalized. It's no Sunday, Utuasia Obebre. And because of Sunday, Oma Omudi and Omutu Sa. agudie me say agudie sabe sika enso ewo monsem so they are also able to corrupt the process. Can we in Aboma also say but government is doing everything possible with the reforms we've introduced. So you ensure it one day because Galamsey fight any events, any process. And you know the process is ongoing, and I want to assure everybody that Moma 4-year mandate. Judge us after the 4 years whether we've been able to stop Galamsey and as he to mean stop here. But
unfortunately, your line of a high sector minister, youth and I think entrepreneurship.
Hello.
Yes, Metonka. Yeah, wrap up, minister. Yeah.
Yeah, well, absolute confidence in President myself because we show commitment, and that's the most important thing in the fight against Galamsey. The commitment must be there, and President Mahama and his appointees now shows our commitment. Over revocation of appointments, and another treasury move on sister station as Paso. I have had the opportunity as Minister for Youth Development to interrogate further after some of my colleague ministers to find out because they Obi Biara near Jumebi under the previous government. It is not but I mind lawyer for you say won't me Madia Wuni. In so my say oh ma Obi Ejuma the decline. I was so near the financial clearance. That's why the teacher say, I'm going to see how they funny, my budget for which means Shamika and some of it. And now, I'm a teacher for a call Ministry of Education. And I'm going to start there saying to just so they're not a session. In December and January, I found a buying here Babeko. Almost 39,000 appointment letters. Knowing very well, say, not the financial clearance, like over 9,000. Knowing very well, say, I employ 9,000, but I'm at 39,000 appointment letters of Mukofi Ejumase with no provisions whatsoever made for 30,000 now. Next, I'm buying Baba inherited. Yesterday, they were in the streets demonstrating, say, a former Jumabosome and the Intiomoka. Oh my God, aware said there was no financial guarantee to them, but not because the cheap political.
Okay, so unfortunately, Minister, maybe our question, but you've made your points clear. Immediately, next week, we'll continue with this discussion on the 120-day achievement and the challenges, of course, I warn them because it's 120 good days or 120 better days ahead or 120 bitter days, which of them? And the Ekawasim. On the matter of education, the former education person, assistant education officer, Penyusi de Krataba, contrary to what the sector minister has stated, we'll do that discussion. But me enkase Minister Besaba maybe next week na watimini abosa nkomo we eyi. Ba yenko fantia kwa north. Nimyan for kwame apia kudia so yamada kwaba. Oroba kwaba. Victory for 120 days celebration.
Omahe, me that's it. I'm chair for Mincha Fantiaqua, North for Begromine, ne Fantiaqua mine, na titru ne me my hair, that's a brave miracle affair or Tosumino. Yame Yadoma, Mimi there bay, and Kingmakers, and ne Ochehin, and the nature of mine.
Oh, good.
And to Ghana, and you are saying, na ubia de na nature
good
na ebema na natrinkwa na ya sere ne se ye manfo ya yesom hi de ye ne nyina ebeka bom ne mpunto aka ese kohwehwe e de begroman infante akwaman no na nso na beye binkuhin of the Achimabo akwa tradition nana modu ne jurisdiction ne kese
good
ekwa kofa etreso ni ade nyina
good
see no nom na de nyina ka nana ho
nana be boy with impuntu nana my good direction
menen ye private meeting no the dash me ho ni say impuntu ntina oba oyobia ye adwuma o security architecture of this country and English mamu for over 30 years.
Oh, then onim the oil.
Onim the oil pa. Ti man na trinkwa. Ni am manfo nyina trinkwa. Me daye nyina be kwakota.
Right. Well, Maka Fitana dear dance yes, President John Dramani Mahama the 120 days. Aye when he saw aye ofe. Inti you be also be man more. They are trying common so.
Oh my hero, President Mahama eba on the mandate.
But don't intimidate. Just
don't intimidate. Intimidate me. We go grow we are 30 years.
Yes.
If we somebody for no na no this grow into ono intimidate me.
Okay.
But I'll collaborate with me. Na I kind of question o man for. Oh my President Mahama aban or buy on the mandate say obe reset Ghana mine. Na reset Ghana mine. The critical agenda pa ne woni table so. Say galam say asem. Na minister ketua toto papa so. Say politicians can ho ahemfo ka ho. Central ka ho. Since when no hu say nipa we nyina ka ho. Ene ya on ba power no hu say nipa we nyina ka ho. Oh, no dey say galam say kra asem dey omon ka kra. Ama nsu kra Ghana for benom say aye problem. So reset you 120 days assessment you effect ben and on the prices of goods and services. And
but that's what good Tayaka says, stabilization of the city here.
And it is stabilization of the city, no.
It's a
cement
big
price here. Stabilization of the city, I want to mean linking it to the prices of goods and services, you know. For me, meaningless. For me, meaningless. Stabilization of the city without, if you cannot link it to the prices of goods and services, meaningless. What is the price of cement?
Okay, today? So I have no opposition, no. Mo home na mo farmer holding pia buying. If you say the first question that comes to mind, they say, but you've been there for 8 years. I've been in for 5 months almost. So what's the big deal? That you want me to jump and ensure cement about 90, 95, 100?
This government here, government or company on the promise about resetting. At the time I'm taking over, not cement prices average 85 cedis. Say no 4.2 no 140 and 32 no about 120 130. So a government a company is over resetting on my own. And you catch them say civilization of the city. Civilization of the city, now prices of goods and services cost low. And the buyer near ton about 30 cities, you know. Say buyer no about 70 cities, say. So they say babia obekobia ukofodia ya almost every 3 days you do light. Almost every 3 days you do light. And you know, so we catch them say.
But when you say this, you keep exposing more administration. It's a mona just into a for 4
months,
but for 4 months, you have to be fair to the system.
No, if you are not Palmahi, Oquasis will join the Beba. If you are not
Busumi 9.
No, sir, Busumi 9 enough. By now, no, and
to ensure, say, I said, was Dana Mekase, I don't know what the Koya man said. Make our sempa baby, I'm a tino just this Saturday or so, almost about 42 times, maybe within more than the 12 or so minutes. I can be about 30 minutes, be fine. But it's not for political gains. But what it means is that we've had a challenge as a country. So we need to fix that challenge because, and I'm sure I'm free to as I'm a janitor. I said, do I blame the government who just came in 5 months or 4 months? I can't. It will be very unfair. And that is what we seem to be doing to ourselves from 2012 up to this point. Immediately government takes over. Then we say, NYC. Only say we have to now profess solutions for our talking because we've been talking too much. We've been criticizing too much.
Argument here, defeat earlier statement.
Yeah.
What say a buy no a buy what you stabilize city. And I know they was stabilize the city. I know that credit there. Who say
your friend be goodwill, Ojitum.
Oh, goodwill there.
Ojitum. Say it me koki cannot be ama ade bi ese keye bufu. They said dokono bua akosro. pan no bo akoso cement bo aka wasemi enipa no ete se de omo humbo kura sesa de na eden asi ba ye preko ye nima na se ebo no kwa na kwa wona bo se ne organ for but it is just not right at this point, especially when you exited from government 4 months ago. Maybe say we say officer right and justification. No problem. So you are thinking that
4 months you are thinking say stabilization of the city in a more can say na guta say oh my yard and I make
24 na bo abaso 24 na bo abaso
no 24 yes o ma come there and I make say mean from a practical point of view say if I'm able to stabilize the city fine, but if I'm able to stabilize the city then the direct relationship with prices of goods and services for me is meaningless. For me as an individual it's meaningless. Okay. Because prices of goods and services is there. Look at the prices of even second-hand cars I buy. Car previously turnover is about 150. Say 300 near. Misro. So 4 months in Nina send them a cost they are giving them about 1 year no. Misro. The government must do better. Mr.
Nutri, so government must do better.
Because in money, and the money, 172 how? Money is 50. Money is 50. Oh,
so what saying?
Oh, me the memo 42.
42.
Me memo 42.
And that's hopeful.
Memo 42. I'm charitable.
Mine. Me and MP
Member of Parliament. Fantiakwa North.
Good. I see 5 names no. I just into Australia, yes, sir.
Or she said, come over, my baby. I reflecting.
Yes, sir.
I said,
Parliament. Oh, every day budget that way. Or more approval that way. Appropriation that way. You see, sometimes I get so disheartened if the likes of him speak like this.
There be said the likes are who see the question on to mean Casa and on to mean
we're a member of parliament, so you need to educate the people. Not no. Now, Casa 5 months. And your man is not being the impact is not being felt on Koposwa. I feel so disheartened.
One more reasons it is a cement book also.
And I make catch you say T or see Nyoma Kosu, yes, sir. Member of parliament. Nyoma Bena Mujama,
catch a gun for the name and Kosrana.
Let me show the Wahofenia. Maybe. Wahofenia Bishop. Intino. The Omujama Yeno. On my ababefo. Inti afena ye really budget. Onuka ho ya approve it. Ye babe implement and move no appropriation. Eza. Yes, ati.
What they can do, also mean can be into kind.
In the year 2008-2009, that dollar near 1.44. The back $1 1.44. 2012, near 1.96. 2017 January 8th. There 3.4. Sis omo na dollar no ya 16 point something. No boy, you a businessman. Obe catch you say a COVID. But in between 2017, every 2019 June July company buy na dollar no ya. Next time we cannot chim. There and number 6 to 7 to $1. No boy. And say a COVID no. Ye jabi ma 3.9 3.4 2017 2018 2019 June July August COVID buy no. Na $1.67. Go and see. 2020 na dollar ni ahe. 2024 mo kon dollar ni ahe. I really got disappointed during the campaign time. I'm quietly beside economists be all home. Or kind of the business say, oh, into your bar, dollar no, cost review. Or say either it stabilizes itself and now a cost show. You see, hey, and when I start first time economists and say, and I don't know what say, oh, either it stabilizes or go up. So this is about for more. I say, well, prudent management. Do you get it?
Is it not too early?
How early is it?
To be touting?
On one they can, as I'm saying, I've got this far idea.
If you are not
on one they can, you so a few seconds ago, yes, you see, dollar magic I perform when I different here.
Catch me.
Is due to leadership, investors' confidence.
When you raise that argument,
No, that is a fact. That is a fact. I don't know these are credentials. People were running away from this country.
Gideon
ban or music and ban. Yeah, you said me very sanka. Or the dollar ban this the man or the bojuma. So the demand for the dollar is here and cost dollar no. Omudi ba yenkobo busia yenche koko syndicated loan and say ya manage dollar you say no we don't do that. Yakwajibi ya buy yakwajibi na dollar na mahe 13.9 musu stage ela bunja sade no 14 and na 13 go to Bank of Ghana Bank of Ghana check it's 13.34. Go check.
So I rated the sound himself.
That be. No. Go and check.
What is the bank rating there?
And I tell you, to see how we can let's say what we can say. What do we see guys share proper baby over toy. So the cover Bank of Ghana.
Exactly.
So they'll give you a rate.
Exactly.
So what are you talking about? In the country here, you come and you $80. It is over what that's a 40 point where we have propaganda. Mischievous one, of course. He said, you're on the in the major. On my hearing, this country, in from my born and nano, and from my back.
So 13-2.
13-2. Thank you. Look what we go for. What I say? So we got this is China, and I'm Morocco, and I told us, Bank of Ghana, we're 13-2. We won't want to ask Cano, these are the education, just the honorable member of parliament, Emma. No one just have propaganda, no. Prudent management, leadership. Osahini, aye biafu, John Dramani Mahama, wabe lande, in from a panel. Now me know, will let us now we tough world at the rate of what per liter 17, 18, me bona, and I
about 14.
And would you have 14 when you had a channel 24 the way to Vienna, and then 13.49. Go to Goel, find out, go.
I don't buy from Goel. Sometimes I patronize the Goel.
No, but if you don't buy from Goel, other share is the same rate. Go check.
I'll check.
They fall within the 13 range. $7 to fall within the 13 range.
Is it what?
Maybe said that by in statistics. You don't mind the development. What I say? And now the book, me feeling me tank no. Me saw air conditioning go so traffic crime me feel it. I was really enjoying it. Unlike 7 months ago.
I think so. Not by a
he
feels very comfortable. He doesn't see the challenges we are raising.
Get this thing right. Get this thing right. Ghana for buying a back.
Okay, so Ghana for buying a back.
And see that 57.something%. And see that or electoral process. And see that
the Ghana we want.
I see on my John Dramani Mahama government. On my 42%.
Yeah, 42.
Yeah, then I see on my 42%. I check about my percentage.
That's 41.
Yes. A chamber my percentage. Into your boy home cry. So first is about my percentage in the year. Mindanasi. Look, Ghana Kwaba, there's a big relief. Oh, Kuma. NG. Mesre, Transport Minister, on starting for transport from Mukasa, various unions. Let the ordinary Ghanaians start feeling the impact of the reduction.
It will be difficult. It will be. How's that?
BBC also
Mukasa. Even the last. The last administration, we raised this issue. He said,
"No, you see,
they don't regulate.
Say Kasa, and go shake that for before.
Oh, they be say fast.
They be yes Kasa and shake that for before.
So who do you comparison?
They be NPP. Who can compare? You see, Ghanaians one piece.
Okay.
And if you want person to take you was a
I see.
Hey, Akufo-Addo. And I'm voting my John Dramani Mahama. Enter from a panabano. It's me no ye din komo a.
Mami Nkomechi.
They encourage what past government. In some instances, enkomo who go shake up before. I didn't share. I asempa ana abano. Enije. What I say? It is a what you mean say dollar. Ah, me so me dream hunda, me so me my school because credit me no. Me dream hunda say dollar bet my perform. But gratefully and graciously, you were finance minister Bia and Brashim, what did Ghana dollar about form? In collaboration with the Bank of Ghana and NBS Gold Board. Yeah, boy Juma. Lawyer Edwin Tamaklo with his team at MPA, Ejuma Elkoso. Oh man, who say there was a time a liter of fuel, Echo 18, and a Papa Baumia was your quack a gold for oil. Okay. A hot one a shooting called 23. But okay. Was your gold for oil, and a free 18, Echo 23. Refi. Oh, yeah, also economist too.
Whoso won't fear by me and Sandy Busuminum.
I mean, Yajai. I suddenly say, Oko can, more time for 8 years, no, yet till by a numbe, and more friend COVID. Or more, I 10 or 2 years, no, the base at tomb, Russia, Ukraine.
But are you running away from that? It didn't have an impact on
us. Russia, Ukraine, it's a year, no, year, 2022, there about SR. If you look at our import rate between Ukraine and Ghana, and that of Russia and Ghana, the impact is just friction before that war actually came on. And the more for the as an excuse. When put like a more power, Pope no we or Rome no. Now there's the Pope ye into, and I don't look also. You see, they like to give there was a time. Okay, the first Iraq president
Saddam Hussein.
Saddam Hussein. I think he was the one. Okay, that time before power. Iraq war nearby.
Yeah.
What was the impact? Yantiu say because of so and so. Enter we see you. But Akufo don't want there. Obisi say to talk in Papua. No, don't trivialize. What are you talking about?
Don't trivialize the conversation.
I am.
You cannot for 1 minute say,
yeah,
their cost,
yeah,
Russia, Ukraine, and the COVID did not have an impact on
Ghana's economy. Which kind of impact? Then I would feel about who Akufo don't Ningwasi where. Ukraine,
but you know your.
No, but you know the point is that
former president.
Of course, he really embarrasses. The point.
No.
Let me express myself.
Debbie. Hold on.
Accepted and withdraw. When a country was at war, who was at close so
but do you know there's
but
you know there's an admission
by your don't divert the issue. Me say when a country like Ukraine was at war, your man penny, any to me call Munchen, part of my granny, and you know what say. What are you talking about? Sometimes you want to play diplomacy, but the diplomacy cannot be actually expressed in its right way. You must add the roughness to it. Who or be our crisis? Now come chrome.
Obi a hochiro.
Muchine pa. Ye kuntokwa. Osora no pa ewia enime oni me bia bomb no fiaba. Now what do to me alcohol? E ko so more gani. Me describing say. And then the flag of Ghana no dey call e.
Adwene.
Me and I high. In time say person nyame aboa 8 years ya kom ya bre. Sa di no embo enja to baby. Yenko enime and abampa na eba.
Oh, na make kai say.
Yes.
Oh, fie nan a emu bosumi num pe na watwa ho.
Na se agro be so a.
Onipa no na yi ni kabiri bi ada o.
Onia, onu na kan ye. Say agro be so a. Eden. Efia no pa.
Ewiemu tete sa o.
Agro e so.
Ewiemu tete sa. Ewiemu tete sa.
Me call on a campaign ring say Ghana for omuhwe asitina no muntu abofa. Because the dollar was at 16 plus. The fuel was at its highest price. See, before every free power, 2016, 17, a gallon of petrol, a year liter, now you're 14.4. Okay. And then, a gallon is 70 cedis.
You have just started the journey. Don't talk to me.
No, but at the point that I'm making this, as much as we just started the journey, Yet any humbleness, humility.
Humbleness when I would describe my presidency. And you got us on your
We describe it and say, I describe
humbleness.
No.
We need to question.
No, get it right. I describe his act. I describe his act. Say act or involving in war. What I say? Into your formers, no. And ninja and a back. See, or cause a car. And I want you so say car will talk. Car bay. One because say car bay. The way you car and say, I should have got 300,000. Car bay. There be car bay. You could have asked him. I got a Suzuki and I a Kia and I own that and I car bay and I turn 150 and I know what you say.
No, but don't run away from some.
No, car bay.
The last time I checked.
No, car bay.
Can you hold on?
Can you be so explicit?
And you won't check the prices of
no car bay. Can you hear him in talker? Car bay.
On talk about the car cases, Mr. Bonnet.
And you can't say four times. Car bay. You see, the propaganda must end somehow because on no time, duty Mutiano,
now I get out my 40-footer container and
you know October or September. No trying. Have you checked the fare? We are still going according to that particular rate until ratification of
you know, the me pleading said don't be defensive of every situation because like, you just started the journey.
Situations like the situations like there be situations like
wrap up on this one on this matter so our opposition to man no to me
intimidating who's when you chairman for someone and said that he
Million 120 days any man bang na 120 days 120 days in the name say adwumayefo a President Akufo-Addo and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Adom yet me file many of them ye omadi they no need 120 days 120 days ye increase electricity tariffs by almost 15%. 120 days, you are increasing water tariff by about 4.2%.
Yeah, 2 in money.
Yes, by 14.7.
But that has always the president. President John Dramani Mahama has always said, "Sir, mechanics the first I was say it is high time we pay realistic prices in terms of our tariffs."
Into 120 days, no, me chere enema I see 120 days. It is up to Ghanaians to judge for themselves. 120 days, electricity, yatum 14.7. 120 days, water, yatum 4.2%. 120 days, in for Mrante Mabawa, President Akufo-Addo ni Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia MFA, Dodon wa ye yiwom, uko NC ye yiwom, uko many of the public institutions many of them ye yiwom amon wabeshi 120 days eno na yehu 120 days Ghana say problem wa oba President Mahama campaign or so on the oba or solution to the problem oba in a very few days of solve problems 120 days they say iOS 120 days uko bokwa security situation they say iOS
asembeni
uko bokwa unfortunate say me cancer say but I say me can say the problem I want boko na ne uko situation iOS and only 120 days and near my over here and only near my and I make can say I am pass President Mahama determine say obetimi aye bibia betimi ama edi o man akona animo enka 120 days no enka ye betimi ahu positive signs I tell say ampa say unya the rest of the time no akanika ho obetimi di akoya me there from where I sit and what I know government CD stabilization dollar stabilization who some aye kai so we are aware say government is also not spending on investment it's how we are one spending cap and you know automatically no the pressure on the dollar no ever form so it ya no sa gains no and major attribute no the fact that government is not spending money in any of the investment project. Contractors in the Adom can need school feeding program. Minimum school feeding program. But terminate appointment in nationwide termination. Oh, my won't be that. There also be terminated to be appointment. Edmama Wayan, Narias in a woman, Jerry's in the man. Now, what they make a canoe with them in Untia was in maternity appointment. Do terminity Ghana for my appointment. No, Sanko for another set of Ghana for Emma Abe Juma. The Juma 1 more year running into years.
So your expectation was that government Nippon order than I said.
Oh, so me Ghana for my.
Bobianka says, so not one can say, or more way you must on form back. Obiaba new king, there's always a
no, but so who terminate to be appointment. Not so my it would delicate so much. Now, when you attempt to be as with test scan, on your roadmap will be as with test scan, and no one is what terminate appointment. And so, I see. This is not the kind of democracy in near Bompire.
So maybe you are able to help me this morning, Honorable Kwame Appiah-Kudia, Fantia Member of Parliament, Omwami, with Nyoma Mienua. You say kudos, because once you give 42%, means that there are certain specific areas that Abino, IXL, or OGD says is good to push and to think about.
Say appointment on record time. No, I say I think it's good. And then appointment, so no who say youth no woman so a dozen.
You subscribe to that?
I know, so
you subscribe to that
as an individual, yes.
But in Mabunu do no more.
Yes, as an individual, yes.
Okay, Agbasi.
How many? Unim say asem kese na assemble. Obi say ono Ghana for second of this best year do my MPs.
Signals Bureau. And what's the challenge with that?
And also this can be to Kama president-elect aid.
And you know one person. Okay, so can kind of crack tani. And yet they said no free ni pay. Baby, assembly na minti na me kwa na kama president.
Me can crack.
No, me say. On one crack out trophy yoko. Or trophy yoko.
I was say obi ba me ma work as me.
Now working kind of crack.
Now working say there.
Entity. Government entity.
So if you talk as if so no one that's on 1 minute or the be fair to the situation.
Oh, ni outfit here then.
Messi Signals Bureau.
Yes, already.
And I'm saying that. Pacho. The details of
you see,
the details
when such characters when such characters talk. Some of us who have been there before. But we know what it contains.
So calm down. Once you've been there before,
yes,
and you can tell Ghanaians the specific responsibility to
role.
No, you've been there before. Until
Jessica also what this best thing. Scan not what this best thing. Bisa won't say na can the panel edge my bay. Can the panel edge my bay.
But if you take instructions from somebody else,
you don't take instructions from whatever.
So what do you think has happened? Then officers in the correct.
I know na count.
Na coming the muso the amount.
Oh, Ubisa smart mention me. Na account, you're closing the account. Oh, a friend saying 2023. And they're closing the account. Till you 2023. And they're closing the account. An act of the parliament for Mao Musa Sikano. Such act was passed in 2020, but also 2024. Oh, man, and you'll be a castle FO. You're closing the account in 2023. Sir, after so my parliamentarians as mono allowances no was in 2020. The act was passed in 2020. Almost all chairs count in 2024. Meanwhile, scandal so you're closing the account in 2023.
How is that possible?
Thank you. And you're being a castle fool. He's trying to survive, but it's too late.
It's too early to also conclude.
No, but the point is that he did something childish.
But you're unable to conclude.
But the point is that your account, you see, you had the money in 2020, allegedly. Or we are scanning 2020. Me see allegedly. He stole the money allegedly.
Oh,
2020.
Yeah, that don't for allegedly be so na e ma unko. I said be akoso anko yi. So it's better than allegedly. You know the way we throw
of African 2020. 2023. You're closing the account.
No, your payment, you know.
And also on
institution here payment. Oh yeah, institution here payment. But making
they have not sent the institution to court. It is him. Mun just had you know. You have found signal bureau and court. A do boy in court. And also spending size canon 2024. Editor Khan, my president-elect aide. Our two parliamentarians after I pass it in 2020, you know, on what you are asking in 2024. Now we see the institution bay. Let's stop this. I don't think, honorable, now our parliament don't.
No.
No, half an hour back, and do the one count. What I say? So get it right. And yes, what chocolate, baby. You know what I know. A love letter. Maybe so. They don't cry no.
What can cry no?
Na say catch me my time with you. And me must.
Because baby I don't know me sure
me see. Me my time with you. Ono the obetron baby ono baby aba na djuma na wacho.
Oh Debbie
say.
E don't know now ti ho.
Debbie.
Ana onim de na esi. Ana hwehwemu no
aba. Debbie hold say baby abi no ti o.
Ana hwehwemu na wo ye no.
Debbie I want to say baby abi no ti.
Hwehwemu na aba ye no. No privy to hwehwemu. Debbie.
Hey, na we na mi goka. E we go na mi goka.
Debbie. You have to respect him. You are sat at a place that you are not privy to what has happened there. Yeah.
He's not actually residing in a friendly environment. It is a bad Juman also. I am telling you the authority, his account was closed in 2023.
No problem, but I'm saying
so how come that in 2024 you claim you made some payments to members of parliament?
These are questions you can raise, but it doesn't make your questions right.
That is why sounding say, baby, all on your friendly. They all like me,
Debbie. I disagree to that.
You can disagree, but that's
it's not allowed here as you share your opinion on this matter.
But that's a fact.
No, it cannot be a fact.
It doesn't make logical sense. I have closing your account in 2023. I have passing an act of parliament in 2020.
So I'm sure.
Doesn't make logical sense.
I'm sure.
I'm here about this.
I'm sure the attention of our courts and the Attorney General will be drawn to these lapses that you have raised here. Ama ba untimi ntina ha because at the end of the day yenwie asem no kra na yenko bi yenko no so we di bengo de yenwie asem so asem no wo twa okanika no okota na akoka
what's what can they relevant but who describe who say
no me see environmental one any friendly is it not custody
insulting
what's okay there? I really appreciate it. But the point is, in front of me,
okay, so
Debbie. But you still want me to polish that thing for you, which is not possible.
But how do you say that?
How would I say that?
No. I'm saying that.
Yes.
We need to be fair when we are discussing some of these matters. Oh, hey, now but they bet you to be now catching them.
Debbie.
In your case, always be Bissau. And because equal measure, no. Yanka say Ebia and a crata what travel trouble is a cratan who shed your unima
deficiency.
Who shed your unima? I was also and what who did he say? They all can entasu.
Yes.
A yet chance here because that nipa to the baby. Bibia city to my no, we cannot do that. We cannot do that. Ghana appointing the continent.
Listen to the adjectives. Me see environmental.
I forgive you because also on pure account into Okasa or implication.
Okasa account somewhere. We are brony.
No, that be brony. Me hafuni. Me nya brony. Also
fine. Me I benin. Tell me Kumasi, now we Kumasi. Yes, of course. What you say? When I say, no
problem. Yeah, go bro.
Say you penny for Japan.
Yeah, go bro.
1972. Let me know once they see that time at Chantilly. Oh, then okay.
Okay, but you are
72 no Kumasi. Who wouldn't Kumasi?
Let you say. They said wait me pia ma chef for mo.
Say
Mamenka say MNC Group Global Kasem say we an investment holding company businesses or minerals and a food trading and a gold export, real estate, logistics and a Nyoma Ekika account. Ade omo kai ono say one over 12 years experience e was a Juma omo yenim. Omo saka so omo US, omo Dubai, omo China. Na omo drive growth and innovation. Into omo say uhia sa nimdie we tap into them in terms of management consultancy, procurement and energy services no omo deal with NMC Group Global omo totally reliant. Yebe kwa kutwa wa ba Mekao se mula e try one basisia game park fadarma se odiamba no pa ebebe wia ana enyumbre. Into just stay tuned. After the break, we'll be right back. Yakwaba. Oh, yasaba back. Yadamu ina wasi ya try common so am say mamenda aye tetewe group mo Kumasi Jinyasi Minamasi. The chairman and all the people Majibra Mosmushibi. And then Eben on Mr. Clarkson and your mama Kenya CDC4. Is that yeah? CDC? Yeah. The chairman in our constitution goes so now I also Wajibra Oshibin so the chair of constitution goes. My main car said him young for a Piacodia, Fantiaqua North. Mrashibe journey on a ticket of the MPP or her Sana Agbasi Luchu. And so Ujinemuma NDC Amanyo Kono so I'm saying. Quick reminders on the 11th of May, we say you need to appreciate all mothers. Ti Fato Onshisha so on the 11th of May, you need to appreciate all mothers, potential mothers. So be a mother, appreciate them and appreciate them well. We have the next 10 minutes to say thank you for being a part of a conversation. You know, na yada was no to us Adom TV if we say oh dear. I go see. So I'll open up for you.
Yeah.
Maybe all the education can come from my on this matter now, and then I did a bit my catch Ghana for as we are just about. Oh, you wanted to educate us on the role of Signals Bureau. No. Na opeso o my adechire e wa dwumakuo no nyoma on betimi aye na nyoma ntimi nye nti o di gina so aka se saa krata na iwura na dia ba abonten ugidi se maybe isin to kakra wo
functions of Signal Bureau the same mean candidate to because it's a national security issue.
Yeah.
Nti akwa ko busa department kwa ni ma se
akwa me so
na ho se o bokro no
yen kasa opi wo na ye bokro no
Yamboko no.
Baby, any power be the probability says into the okay, kind of cat also and on no, and then pass on me we are there be that.
Now, the Sikana, the man who called you or Israel buys or Cotonio man, a basan or Saskan call on private account.
Court Beshim.
A chrono
court Beshim.
Just ask them.
Court Beshim.
A chrono, it is not court.
Court Beshim. Say, I am Pastor San, see.
San is because Attorney General is a learned man. On this OBO, the past Attorney General. Professor Godfrey, Dominic. Oh, artist is not Godfrey. No, you cannot. This is not Dominic. The current agent will not do that.
What we want to do.
So when you go,
evidence.
My
no chantro. No chantro. Under the guise of national security.
Is there a subject matter of our discussion here?
It's not a matter. Me say in the previous part, who AG, who accused person, someone really case.
Don't me, but when you raise this issue,
the current AG will never do that.
But you told him, say,
it's a quote outcome. You see, the AG came and told the whole world, he moved the world along this case. And Okache say, Akorano, what transferred a bicycle,
but someone said the AG is not.
But they have the evidence. Yoko have the evidence.
But I'm saying that the AG,
Yoko have the evidence of the act.
But the AG is not the law.
I am saying that Yoko had the evidence of the act. That's why he gave it to the AG. And AG is speaking based on the facts.
And you said the AG
I cannot transfer Sika on the private account. It's a fact.
You have been.
Don't dispute it.
Hold on.
I'm holding on, but I'm saying don't dispute that.
No, hold on. I'm saying, say,
tell me more.
Unim dear wo amanyo semuno enough from. And I unim so say whether attorney general or a lawyer board ko edua. And no chile say ko edu no abo ina the original so
agree. But I'm saying say the current AG. Oh yes, I'm mistaken. No.
Oh there be and the man kasa.
There was a transfer.
A price is
there was a transfer. There is an issue with evidence. Say what transfers
are you able to advise us moving forward as a country under reset? Talk to your ministers, talk to your people, talk to them.
Yes.
If what you're saying is to advise them that then
yes.
Anchor nentwini to. He said the anchor a signals group in your okay.
No confirm this.
No confirm this. He won't go in the back of tea. It's advising. And no Jana will run giddy.
Enra 2 days ago, 3 days ago, code of ethnic to move along with in this administration.
So remind them.
Was launched.
So remind them.
No, I won't remind them. They know it already. I will not remind anybody.
Abosoba.
No, going there, you know it already.
Say,
now Nipa,
if they knew the president would have given them that.
The president, Jamani Mahama, was he here? Now I don't need to advise. No, but when you went there, they gave you the code of conduct. Fanzo Bible, chief of staff, I advise him. The Bible. Now who can be contrary? What was it?
Code of conduct.
My diversion. Let's go to the issue. Or we are sick account on the private account. It's basic fact. Don't dispute it. It's a fact. Or we are sick. Once you transfer the money from a bank account,
your narrative now they more.
And I'm saying that the person who is prosecuting him.
But the person prosecuting him, no.
But only the final environment friendly. Friendly.
What would you advise your ministers per what you are saying on these matters or another matters?
My advice to my various sector ministers is they should chase those criminals and send them to court.
Why are they criminals?
You said to advise them.
Now why which criminals?
But most of them are acted in the way they shouldn't have acted. They should go after them. The nation is bleeding. We're in the crime zone. They should go after them. They should not compromise. And I salute the Attorney General and his deputy and the entire team. I salute members of Yoko, National Security. I salute this morning the great Japa himself. Yes. Japa is somebody we should actually eulogize. Because there was a time.
What did you just say?
Yes.
No, what did you just say?
We should eulogize him. Yes. Yes.
So because they be
that is not the issue. Mo age no e ko hu so mbo no win case.
Me say age no so onu aketo can you offer say at that age of attorney general.
Ni fenu Debbie ni fenu e fata. But na sembo na say.
Na jakwa so we asem.
Na no ma ye no e fata.
Na jakwa enema o ye.
Na wo hu jakwa so won mbo no win case we age.
That's not the fact of the case.
No, but we heard the voice. We heard the voice.
But no man teaching na na e be dey say the correct.
Omani much as
he made a reference to somebody here. That person has come to say,
which
a
person?
seminar kind of our case C plus. That person has come to say, and the credit can't now pick and choose.
That time, a whole AG have the power to deal with Jackpot. But he knew said Jackpot can. I am going to
Boahene Asemo
Politician.
Boahene Asemo Watchron.
What was the politician?
Me, I can't police Abia. I can't whitewash a dirty work. Okay. So, Boahene and Samoa Wakan, and Samoa are nodding. From the national security perspective, and Samoa, na ya hwe ya ensem abetimi abọ man intermediate near mesre ne say state security apparatus
asem na waka wan kan
na dey okay o say ensem odi atudwa ya dey ehu ebo betimi abokro
this state security apparatus wa ye wo mama what's 9.5 million Ghana cedi to ISC holdings so what you 9.6 million to the national counter-terrorism effort so what you 960,000 to committee on defense at the time.
What didn't me pessimist, you know? What you
no. What you 960,000 to members on the committee on
defense. That's the MPs.
At the time.
Members of the committee
on defense. So, since
what you
and no the managers because some are all Brussels.
8.3 million to opposition party to support
opposition party.
Election results. Yes. Yes. And no somehow and some of their yes.
They after the wood you also
wasn't captured in it.
What you also how?
I've read the entire document.
No, I have the document, remember.
What you also
opposition
party.
party.
8.3 million Ghana cedi.
Was
to support opposition party for coalition of resource.
Okay, so let me see.
So it is someone.
President-elect
5.1 million to President-elect AD.
Who is the President-elect AD? Who is it?
And she says some don't mean something say ya. Ghana for be interested so me hu nokra.
Intima sem no say the same account.
Oh, but insult no.
It's not about insult. Me say environmental
no, insult no.
And fair to him.
Senior insult no na mempe. Me say me we ha ukoye Joma Hama, me catch was nye Joma Hama.
There be insult no.
Ukoye Kufuor so me ma kwan man.
Now some vehicles
for somebody to
now some vehicles was special vehicles or the man.
Also the man aid of the president.
Who is that aid?
During the transitional period. So but I no crowd say
transitional period.
Yes, transitional period. Transitional period no class only obi daily the chairman of the transitional
is the person that
on na so only the daily the government party no outgoing party
the semi council
insult we don't have problem.
It's not about insult. We say environmental law
a matter of public interest.
I'm saying
issues
thank you. But I'm also saying baby Otino environment no.
Now see maybe what was she asem no. Maybe what was no, I'm not like that.
Thank you. This environment no one no. Baby can. Who ever the one so bro? What's it how? Who can why? And how?
8.3 million to support coalition of opposition party. And the opposition
now
party.
Now electoral commission there no.
Opposition electoral commission so there ni adenya. And nyan samwa you bet me
operative.
And some way between jail here, and someone assessing national security eco because and somebody be in CC.
Who can the parliament?
And somebody be no.
I so you are not read the document.
I cannot tell where the AG gets his theories from, but as your good office would have learned by now, the matter relates to
I spent the whole night on this.
Court no.
This is
a very serious
issue.
Why indict a lot of institutions?
Why indict Parliament? Why indict
National Security
itself?
Electoral Commission.
Na me crowd there say issue is whether he has the locus to do this.
He doesn't have that.
You know, those are the things
He
that
doesn't. After the
So he claims he's been pushed to release classified information.
Of course. Of course.
And whether he has the locus to do that.
That's the character we are dealing with.
And he, him,
who that I said the deeper this will produce who that I you have seen the fact now.
No, we need to.
You saw what was on the surface.
I'm saying we need to be careful as a country and as a people when people are given certain sensitive positions. I don't think that court will say.
No, but does he have the authority to do what he did?
No, I'm saying that authority.
You said fan.
Obiara say, baby, out no, bambo hon komo. Inti nkomo ni bi wa obenya kwanya. Inti na nkomo edi wo komo.
Yeti. Yes, Honorable Samuel Awuku. Ah, those days all lotteries. Was here and 8.9 at the opposition party.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Uti. I'm just linking it to that. And now, Wakoma Parliament, that amount of money.
No, I'm the other.
Parliament will come on some money there. And it called for a national investigation because Ghana for being interested to know.
When I was speaking,
Nti Omahiem said
was so emotional after what I say.
Kwesiada Mother's Day.
Yes.
Nti yema ewo begro ene yema e wonfante akwa. Ene yema e wo Ghana ha nyina yema moyiko. Ni ada wo mo ase. Se ye nyawo mo dia enke yehu. Nyankopon nkoso no nkrokra Ghana man nyina ne mfante akwa man nyina. No nhyira oba bia adwuma so, no nhyira ma no onyi man fi adom nkwadom no onyi man fi nhyira mu nko nhyira mu. Ye da se
Agbasi.
Oh, mini fika. The me work and say the ebe 2 year no. Ye ma Ghana for hu the ebe 2 year.
Okay.
He said the ye kasisi a hu ya woni so breo no. Ye ma Ghana for hu because sometimes it's so annoying. Come and work for Mother Ghana. Tell their who and people are defending. But as the fact is coming up, also want to try you. Me want to try you. On that note, me orphan. All mothers, we wish them a happy Mother's Day. Why?
All right. Korea, Bibi Obim.
Me da wase na ya Adom TV fo ase na ya sese me da ye bai senem di kan 10 o'clock ye nyina ye ko boa ochimawura osaji fa motia ofuripani ani kingmakers e obegro na omode ye de da sebre mriku afari otosumenu a kire oman ndi esra manfo se omebo ai no bia meja
no,
yeah, no background. So, Ochin,
na say ni Ochin.
Yeah, well, at him about him.
Any Ochin.
You watch him about him.
Who's be be out by
from Mpensenpensenmu, and catch him for some.
You catch yourself to compress about passing, but me catch him
or a litigant.
But you're the fire.
And 12 years in marriage, Eben, oh no, Frida. Oh, that's beautiful. Oyamishra Mawari, so Mo Kumasi. And thank you, Ivy Planch, for watching. And Obi Auto J That's yeah, we don't be asking. Bye bye.